So I'm in Minnamurra this morning, just near Kiama. I didn't sleep in this particular spot. Obviously there are signs here saying no overnight stays, as there are in pretty much every beachside car park around this area. Where I did stay was up in a just up in a residential area. I was out of sight, parked next to someone's truck, so hidden by the size of the truck. It was a reasonably quiet night. Had a few people come down in their cars at various times throughout the night, just hang around in the parking area that I was in and then take off again. Strangely, it got really noisy from about 4:30 onwards, just lots of traffic heading down this road, and just bizarre because it's Sunday morning. Like, what are people doing? It was kind of between 4:30 and 5, and I think it quietened down a little bit at 5 again. But anyway, strangely busy. So I'm just going to have breakfast here. I haven't had a shower or anything yet. I'll do that while I'm here too. I didn't want to do that where I was stopped. Just wanted to get out early before anybody woke up and noticed me. Not that I think it would have mattered, but yeah, just for my own conscience. Quite a cold and very windy morning, so just going to sit here, have my breakfast. I can see a few whales just spouting, not doing anything exciting, just see the sprays come up. Now this looks like a pretty interesting little section of coastline here. This is Cathedral Rocks. This is pretty cool. What an interesting spot. And that. There's a little tiny cave down there. Someone's in there taking some photos, so I don't want to jump in his way. It's only small. I think it's a bit difficult to get across there and stay dry. But I can drive over to the other side and come down on the other end and have a look. It's a pretty interesting little rocky outcrop, this one. I like this. So I've kind of just driven around the back of the point, and it's quite a hill there with all the houses on it. Park there right next to the sewage pumping station, which absolutely stinks. And come for a wander down here. Okay, so this is even further around. Actually, I can't get back to where I was, so I must have been just around that next corner there. Not going to be able to get all the way around. I can see that from here. Hey. Oops. Oh, geez. Okay, the rocks where I'm standing are dry, but they may become wet. Next stop is the headland over there. Not a bad view across there. Beautiful little glimpses through the trees and things. This is interesting. Full of palm trees. The roots on that. Figs are pretty special. It's actually a nice calm little bay here. Not that the sea's rough today, but this is even calmer. You know, when there's a sign that says extreme danger, you just have to go. Oh, that's an interesting spot. Abandoned quarry, apparently. There's a little platform there, but for some reason, I'll just keep walking out along the headland here, and then we'll loop back and see what else we can see. A bit of a sidetrack here. No doubt goes to a place of extreme danger. I may drop off the edge. Oh, look at this. Holy crap. Wow. What a spot. looks like the end of the headland. It's all sort of those hexagonal columns, like down in the quarry there, basically. Quite incredible how it forms like this. Hey, looking back over the quarry. It's a very spectacular bit of coastline here. I love this. Look at that. It is fascinating. Just standing here staring at it, it's quite incredible. Oh, what have I come across here? Oh my goodness. Bloody hell, look at that. Ooh. Okay. I was kind of thinking I might be able to walk around this way down, down to the beach and back, but apparently not. Here we go. There were people in front of me and they didn't come back past me, so I'm assuming that you can actually do a loop. Whoops. On my ass already. There's a dodgy little path. There's quite a few people in here fishing. I'm going to go on the assumption that you can't walk around the rocks to get back. So I'll go back up. Instead of going down to the beach, I decided to go straight ahead and carry on along the top of the headland. The return route is not quite as scenic. So if you've been watching all the videos I've been putting out, then you'll know that my mother needs to move house at some point later in the year. We were just waiting on selling her house before we can get all that sorted out. And as a result, all the stuff I've got stored at her place needs to go. She's going to a smaller place and there's no room to store anything anymore. And a lot of that stuff is actually building materials for the van. So what I'm doing now, I'm basically on my way back up to her place on the outskirts of Sydney. And I need to lock myself down and get some work done on the van. You know, I've got the roof lining inside that needs to be finished. I've got bits of cardboard box blocking out the sides of the blinds. I need to fix that. So I've got a few things that I need to sort out and get done as quickly as possible now. Oh, man. I've been putting this off for so long. First task is to get this insulation down so I can see what I've got to deal with. Oh, it's making a mess. Right, first test fit, this is where we find out none of the holes line up. Not too disastrous. Only one hole I can't get in. Drill the holes bigger, it's always a solution. I'm still 50-50 as to whether or not I'm putting a door on this overhead cupboard, but I'll go ahead as if I am, because it kind of works either way. And then we'll work out what's going on. The only reason for not doing it is really the weight, because I'm getting a little bit heavy, but hey, what's another kilo between friends? I've only got 130 kilos left on my GVM for the van now, so things are getting a little bit tight. That's with all my stuff full of water and everything in there, so yeah. And me in there as well, one person basically, so if anybody ever comes with me, them and their gear needs to weigh less than 130 kilos. 9mm in. There we go. That'll allow me to mount a hinge on there to have a lift-up door if I choose to do so. So ideally what I want here, I've got this bottom edge down here above my roller blind. So we're at the overhead bin here, bit of context. And I want that to line up with the roof here. But of course, this isn't straight. It's not a straight line across the van there. So what I'm going to end up having to do is get some packers. So I've got one packer up there and I've attached a couple there and there. And then that will then be fine onto the edges. This is what really gets me about the whole making things for the van stuff. That is taking me, it's 10 to 11, right? I'm pretty sure it's taking me about 2 hours to make that little bit of wood. Maybe this is why it takes me so long to do everything. So all the cupboard doors that I've got in the van, I got specially made. I got onto a kitchen supplies place and got them to make up all the doors for me. So I got one extra panel made up of the really big ones. This is the same size as what I've got on my wardrobe on the side, the big doors, with a view to cutting this up and using it as filler pieces for everywhere else. So so what I'm going to do now is probably cut this one down. That'll make a door for that overhead bin at the front. I'm kind of going ahead and doing it, even though it weighs 4.8 kilos. It's got a weight on the back of it. That brings my payload down again. My payload spare is going to end up like 100 kilos. That's got everything in it, right? It's got all my gear and everything in there as well, and I've got a lot of stuff in there. So it just means that if anyone wants to come with me, they've got to fit in 100 kilos, both their body weight and all their clothes. So unfortunately it has chipped my edge, which I'm not happy about. Anyway, don't know what I'm going to do about that. Not a whole lot I can do about it, other than try and patch it up somehow. I do have more edge banding to glue on there, but that's not going to hide the fact that it's got chips along there. Pretty much all my stuff's just primarily held together with glue, all the woodwork inside the van. I use this nail gun just to pin everything together while the glue goes off. The nails don't really add any appreciable strength to the overall structure. It really just keeps stuff in place while it's gluing up. But no problems. You know, the van's been running around for a while now, and I haven't had any of the joints come apart. Even where it's just like 9mm plywood glued together, it's totally fine. This is the part I hate, just cutting the hinges into the doors. Already came super close to breaking through the front skin on that little cover panel I put on. There's a very small pinhole on the front. I just got a bit too carried away with the drilling. Oh no, I don't want to go any further. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if this actually fits. Righto. Oh no, I've cracked the edge. Anyway, I glued the chip back in. Looks awful, but hey, it is what it is. The next opportunity I have to completely stuff this up is putting the handle in. So I've got to drill the holes in exactly the right spot. Like, it has to be within like 2 or 3 millimeters. It's of that surface there. This is not easy. So I did make up this jig when I put the other door latches on. Basically that sits on there, you drill the 3 holes, and then away you go with all your assorted bits and pieces here for the latch. But that's based on a offset where there's only 18mm there. I've got an extra 5mm, so I've got 23mm thickness. This actually overlaps the bottom a little bit. So some modification required. I've just pulled out the 2 bits of wood that are holding that door in. I need to stain them up basically. So. Now here it is, still sitting in my mum's driveway. Might seem a little bit weird, but I come out here every morning and make my breakfast in the van. It's mainly because like mum doesn't have stuff I like inside the house, and it's just such a hassle. I have like 5 things in my breakfast, so I don't want to carry it all in there and then carry it all back out again. I'm basically waiting for paint to dry at the moment, which is really annoying. And I'm going to have like a couple of weeks of volatile organic compounds floating around inside my van, which while the seal is off gassing, anyway, it needs to be done. I'll probably reassemble the overhead bin door today, and then I want to go for a bike ride and stuff. Like, I've been here, this is my 4th day here now, so I need to do something. I may even take off for a few days and go up the Blue Mountains. I think that might be a nice idea. Don't like being in a house for too long. It's not my life. There's my stained and varnished bits of wood. Only got a couple of coats on there, not the world's best job, but anyway, it's going to have to do. 12 hours between coats. Who has the time? So, status update, if there is such a thing. I'm still going on this thing here, trying to get this overhead bin done. I've just got back from Bunnings where I bought this PVC strip here. I had to cut down the headlining, so this just closes off the edge. You can see here that without that, you can just see the foam inside. So anyway, done. That's on there. Very nice. Minor issue that I have now is my brackets for the blind, which slip in behind here. So it's a tight fit, right? I push the headlining down, put that in there, but what's happening is that this headlining is now pushing on the little release switch for the blind. So you can see there, if that pushes up, the blind falls out. So, yeah, just another thing on the never-ending list of painful things required just to get a simple job done. There are quite a few interruptions. You know, I went out this morning to go to Bunnings and ended up running around with my mum and showing her a new place, and you know, that took like 4 hours, what should have been less than an hour and a half. Yeah, as a result, I'm still here. So path of least resistance, I ended up just cutting off the little button on the bottom there. Could be a problem when it comes time to take them off again, but hey, future Jason's problem. Before, this headlining sort of came out and was rubbing on the roll. Anyway, now it's cut back. Probably cut it back a little too far, but hey, too late now. Well, I got this far. Of course, there's a whopping huge hole over here, so I'm just going to cut a aluminium composite panel and stick it on there. And same down here, got a little bit of a gap underneath there. I'll just get another one of those panels. It's basically this stuff here, the same as I got in the back there. So just blue, different material, different height, not perfect. You know, ideally I would have that same height going all the way across, but too hard, don't have enough, etc, etc. So it's going to be what it is. It's just a monumental amount of time. You know, it's now what, 4 o'clock or something, and I want to cut out these composite panels now and get those 2 end bits on there. At least that's then finished, I think, and then I'll go away for a few days. There we go, that's one side panel. This was a pain in the butt, right, because you got all these little cutouts and things, you got to get around bits and pieces. This is curved, not straight, so that makes it interesting. And then, just to make it really bad, you might see a fold line through there. I had to do a slice through the back so I can fold it slightly. Can't see the camera, sorry. So I can fold it slightly, just because the top cross member up there comes out this way. So, gutted. I'm going to attach these with double-sided tape. I've got this high-strength foam double-sided tape stuff. We'll see how high strength it is. If it falls off, I'll find another way of sticking it on. At the point of needing to go somewhere, so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Got that done. I don't know what I showed so far, but basically I've got my aluminium composite panels, trimming off the 2 edges there, doors in. You notice a faint white line across the top of the edge banding. I need to somehow try and melt the edge of that edge banding just to get rid of that whiteness. I've got the 2 little brackets there. They will hold the angles, which will come up here and support the rest of the roof structure. So that's, look, it's a good thing done. It was kind of something that had to be done so I could move on to the roof. But anyway, I've been here for about 5 days now, and that's the end of my tether, so I'm heading off somewhere. I woke up this morning just really tired. Haven't been sleeping the best while I was at my mum's place. You know, just a lot of stuff on my mind, a lot of things to sort out, and just the pressure of needing to get this van done. Doesn't sound like much, but you know, having been living in the van and not having any hassles or anything for so long, my tolerance of you know, things that I need to do has become very low. I guess what I'm dreading is that, you know, I've still got a stack of stuff to do, and I really need to just break jobs down into small chunks and just spend a day or so getting, or you know, a couple of days getting work done, and then just go off again somewhere. I just need my own space. What's frustrating is that, you know, if I trying to work like that, I can't go very far. You know, otherwise I just waste so much time driving and cost so much in fuel. So not a lot of content in this Saturday's video. I'll probably be doing this sort of format over the next few weeks at least, while I try and make some progress on things on the van. You know, just have a few days out, half a week out, and then half a week back doing some work on the van. Anyway, I hope it's not too boring, and it's not a lot of fun for me. I'd much rather be out cruising up and down the south coast. Really enjoyed that last week. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in a few more days. Bye.